Hey guys, Ash here coming at you today with the next two new legendary cards inside Clash Royale, and they are none other than the Log and the Lumberjack. They have a cost of 2 Elixir for the Log and 4 for the Lumberjack. Let's read their info cards here. Or in this case, an origin story, a spilt bottle of rage turned an innocent tree trunk into the Log. Now it seeks revenge by crushing anything in its path. Conversely, the Lumberjack, he chops trees by day and hunts the Log by night. His bottle of rage spills whenever he dies. So essentially, we're going to take a look here in training camp, and then like I said, we'll hop into a live match. Now stay tuned later on today for my 4th video on these new updates. I'm going to go ahead and take a closer look, a quick take onto the Log. We're going to discuss all the mechanics of the Log in greater detail in a very short video. But today, I just want to review how the Lumberjack works and how the Log works, and we'll see them in some really cool gameplay with the other new cards as well, the Bowler and the Ice Spirit. So you can see, here's a Lumberjack doing his thing here. He costs 4 Elixir, so he's pretty average cost. But if you can get him, you know, I didn't do it in a great order here, but you can see right now he's going to die, and he's going to spill out his rage everywhere. And this rage spell is essentially just that. It's a rage spell. It has the same 40% rage effect as a normal one does. It has an 8-second duration and a 5 range radius. Now, the only difference between this Lumberjack and the rage spell, I've gone and checked for you guys, is that the rage spell, when you upgrade it, the duration gets longer and longer. When the Lumberjack is upgraded, you're only essentially upgrading his hit points and his DPS, his damage. Here's the Log here. You can see the Log, a very interesting card. You can see all the cards they've added so far, especially the last 2 updates, have been really unique. And these are 2 definite no exceptions to that rule here. The Lumberjack I have going right now, he's gonna, don't get the enemies, my trainers spamming Rage 2 to make things difficult on me. But you can see this Log spell, you can already immediately think of a lot of uses for it, right? So obviously for 2 Elixir trade onto a Princess, it can take down a Princess. It's the first card with 2 Elixir, they can take out a Princess. Obviously Zap can't do that. Right now, you only have the arrows that can do that for 3. So the Log is unlocked in Builder Workshop Arena 6, and the Lumberjack is unlocked in Arena 8, again at 2,300 cups, along with the other 2 new cards. In case you missed them, go and check them out. It's the Bowler and the Ice Spirit. So now let's go ahead and hop into one live match here before I go ahead and work hard and diligently on making a little tutorial for the Log for you guys later on tonight. So right now, we're just going to go ahead and play against my 6% Ash is Handsome again, and he's playing Sparky, or she's playing Sparky. Not a big fan of that, and you can see right away, he drops the Log on my poor Spear Goblins there, or my Goblins, I forget which one I played. But you can see, I'm going to have to play the Giant here to stop Sparky. I have the Lumberjack right behind my Giant. I don't know what's going to happen here. Okay. So my my Lumberjack dies, he spills the rage. Am I gonna have enough troops to take advantage of that though? So my opponent plays the Lumberjack, and he has the rage ability on that Sparky right now, but it looks like I have just enough to take down that Sparky. I'm gonna do the Log on the cannon just so we can see how much damage it does. Now I think the Log is mainly gonna be used, as you can see there, took about half the hit points off a cannon there, tournament level standard. I think the Log is mainly going to be used as a counter to the Princess. It's an indirect, very slight nerf to the Princess card. Also, the Log is going to be great to stop those low hit point troops. In a way, it's a good way to stop the Miner card as well, because the Log only moves in one direction, right? So if there's a Miner on your tower and they send in a bunch of Spear Goblins and Goblins, obviously it's not going to target air, so it's not going to help you against those minions, but it's going to totally plow away anything in that lane. You can I can see all kinds of usage for the Log, to be honest with you, and the Lumberjack. I mean, picture these decks that really rely heavily on the Giant right now. I mean, when you have a Giant and a Sparky and a Lumberjack coming at you, but forget the Sparky. Not all of you guys have that. I don't even have Sparky yet. But think about it. A Giant and just regular average common cards, archers, goblins, spear goblins, whatever behind that Giant coming at you, a long train of those small hit point units. One Log, thank you very much. It will roll right past the Giant and continue on. You can see right there, it rolled basically right over Sparky, over those high hit point units, and then it was able to take out the Princess behind the high hit point units. So again, if you have maybe a Hog Rider coming at you and you have 5 goblins following that Hog Rider, drop a log. All the goblins will be wiped. Hog Rider will go untouched, but hey, not a bad deal for only 2 elixirs. So it's definitely going to be an interesting legendary card, and it should be available to more people in a similar way that the Lava Hound is, albeit it's a couple arenas higher, but it's not a legendary arena exclusive card, it looks like. So those are our 2 new cards, guys. Let me know if you're excited. We had 1 in the bowler borrowed from Clash of Clans. The other 3 are all original. That's the Ice Spirit, the Lumberjack, and the Log. The Log. It's funny because I actually saw on Alvaro's channel that there was a little text there, and people were calling the Log the Trunk before they knew who it really was, the Trunk. So maybe that will be his little nickname between us and Alvaro's viewers. So guys, thanks so much for watching. A pleasure as always. Can't wait to bring you the next episode. And until then, take care, guys.